Whoops. Well, that came off this real easy. Stop that. While I was aligning things, it seems like that this bulkhead really should have shifted 6 or 7 mils to starboard here. There's a gap, and if I try and close this gap, then this really bows in. This is where the wood wants to be. All the other bulkheads are aligned correctly, except this one is not quite. If you look down here, you can see that this seat longitudinal is more or less good. It's in the right position. So it's not like that this can come in any further. So what I was thinking about doing was cutting this off flush with that piece, then trimming it down a little bit, and then putting it in and using a cleat like I did on the other side. Smash cut here, the other side. So pop a cleat in there so we can get rid of this gap. Whoops. Well, it's off now. Gotta trim this down a bit. Get it flush with there. Well, I've got my cleat down here. Nothing's attached yet, I've just sort of clamped it. But, oh, it fits so much nicer. And it's not that easy to see because I've got these bits holding it up. Actually, this bit did not reach to the top properly. It was a little bit too short, so I don't know what I did to this bulkhead, but I didn't do a very good job on it. Yeah, I had to prop it up a little bit. There'll be a gap under there, but I might shove epoxy in there, or I might just leave a little bit of that wood underneath. I'm not sure actually, but I've got to get it in the right position, which it is in the right position on the top right now. This is a little high, but I'll just sand it down. And I need to make sure that this is square. And this time, actually, I will glue this to that, because I did not do it on this side. I forgot to, so this is not actually glued with epoxy to that. I mean, it's fucking glued as fuck here, so it's not going anywhere, and I'll put another thing down there. But yeah, it should have been glued to it. But I forgot, and as we know, good enough, boat. I'll epoxy here and here and across there, and then when that's all dry, I will take this off and put epoxy and glue on it, and then glue it all in. Or what about this? Since I'm gonna have to get some epoxy to do all this, maybe I'll just epoxy all that and glue it on now and just do it all in one. Yeah, that's probably better. You know what's the best way to do it? Yeah, you're right. Why wouldn't you just do it like that in the first place? I mean, you make a very convincing point. I guess you know what you're talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're going on about. I'm just... Wait a second. Why am I listening to you then? I thought you knew what you were going on about. I don't know. What am I even doing here? Stop that. It's silly. So I had to take some rubbish to the tip today. And at the tip, there's a second-hand store called The Green Shed. So it's really cheap second-hand stuff. And sometimes you can find some real good stuff there. And I was just checking out the tool section, and I found these two things. Circular saw here and a drill here. They're completely metal. Metal, metal, metal. This one is like one entire sort of cast unit of metal basically. Oh, this too, it's screwed on at the front, but the only bit of plastic is this tiny bit here. So this thing is durable, I guess. Thing is, they often cut the cords off. I'm not sure why exactly. Maybe so they can say we're selling it like completely as is and you shouldn't use this. But I bought some cord and some plugs, and I'm going to put some cords back on these. These tools, they're like murder weapons. Well, the back came off this really easy. It was just those 2 screws. So according to this website, the active wire is colored brown, but it used to be red. And I think this is a used to be cord, because there's a red in there. The neutral wire is colored blue, used to be black. There's a black in there. The earth wire is striped green and yellow, used to be only green. So I think we can figure it out, because we've got a black, a green and a red in there. Thanks, internet. So I've got my 3 wires out in the open now. That's earth, that's active, and that's passive. So it'll correspond with the 3 different colors in here, which I'll find out about in a momo. But it would be nice if I could use these same little roundy things. That's the technical term. So what I'm going to do is try and gently pry it open so I can crimp it again on the other one. So I had to get some replacement these thingies, but J-Car didn't have the exact size. They had these though, and it didn't fit on. But then I broke it a little and now it fits, so that's good. So now I guess I have to break it a little for the other ones. Ground goes to metal ground on the drill. Brown, which used to be red, goes to this side. Blue, which used to be black, goes to this side. Yes, so red on that side, black on the other side, and green there. Well, I put the plug on. Hopefully I can not be electrocuted. That works. It's got 2 speeds. I think this is the other speed. There we go. Oh yeah, double time. Well, I'm not getting electrocuted. It seems to work. I didn't get electrocuted. Yay.